What is up, guys? It is Dakota Storms coming in once again with late night updates. And my plan for this stream, I don't intend, I don't imagine it to be a super long one. I think it's going to be rather short. Kind of go with the flow, kind of see what kind of chats we're getting, stuff like this. Basically, we're going to be talking about the severe weather tornado outbreak that happened today and is still happening. If you're in those areas, definitely don't think you're completely in the clear yet just because it is night. And obviously, unfortunately, you guys probably won't be able to see me too well because it is night. But we'll wait till we see a couple people in here, and then we'll start to sit off all the unfortunate news that we've been receiving about the outbreak, severe weather outbreak that happened today. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if this is the type of stuff that you guys always look forward to. Obviously, I'd rather not be having to make an update because we had a lot of really bad damage, really big tornadoes. So obviously, that's just a really unfortunate thing because we'll have to see what comes of it. But it's realistic that there could be lives that are unfortunately lost from these terrible tornadoes that happened today. But like I said, we're going to kind of get into it a lot more once we start to see people in here. And if we get to the 3-minute mark and there's still nobody in here, no big deal. I'll just start to kind of ramble, and if anyone pops in, cool. If not, that's all right. This is probably one of my latest streams that I have ever done also, so I would be really, really surprised if I seen a bunch of people starting to pop up in here. But, yeah. Now that I see somebody in here, I'm kind of going to start to go over all the severe weather and tornadoes that unfortunately happened today. So when they gave this one a high risk, this was absolutely a high risk type of severe weather event day. Especially, you're probably going to hear a lot about this specific city in the news, Lake City, Arkansas. They unfortunately received a really bad tornado that went through the town and decimated a bunch of things. I would say if you look at these damage reports, it's just a really unfortunate thing. And the tornado, there's many videos of the tornado online. I've seen a really clear video from a storm chaser named Brandon Kopic. He got a really good view of it, and this was a horrible tornado, very bad. It is just a really sad thing because there were so many big tornadoes that probably affected millions today, and you just rather not have to see something like this, but unfortunately today was a day where it did happen. Mopshu says, hey. Black Air Force Energy says, damn it, I was going to comment some stupid shit. You had to say something serious. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of times in my streams, I'm just kind of joking around, saying some, joking around a lot, but I feel like this type of event today, when a lot of people's lives were changed, I am going to try to keep this into kind of more so of a serious type of stream, and just saying that I'm definitely just really praying for the people that got devastated by these tornadoes. You know, obviously, if you're in the position to, it'd be great to help donate to some of these people that are going to be needing this type of money because they have like legitimately lost everything. Some of these people are going to be at the lowest points in their lives because their whole house has been decimated, or unfortunately they may have even lost family members. So that is just a horrible situation. Emma Bieber says, for real. Mopshu says, praying for you, bro. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest. I wasn't in the tornado risk, so I appreciate the prayers, but you should probably redirect the prayers to these people that definitely need it a lot more than myself, because, like I said, it's really just a really sad, tragic event. I think tornadoes are cool when it's just an open field, right? But it becomes that scary situations when people become involved. It kind of reminds you that, okay, well, there's people's lives at stake. So I did want to update you guys, and the severe weather is not even over yet, unfortunately. So we still have multiple tornado warnings going on right now. Emma Bieber says, same here. I just had one during school as well. So yeah, you must have been during must be in that area of where the tornadoes impacted a lot of people. And I'm sorry for everyone who were in that area. This type of events are very, very scary, and may cause a lot of people to have maybe even lifelong trauma from like losing everything, um, like this Lake City tornado. Black Air Force Energy says, stay safe and strong, y'all. Yeah, 100%. Just, if anything, if there's any type of good that can come out of this, just sit there and think you can use this to make you guys stronger, rebuild back stronger. Obviously, it's going to be hard to rebuild everything, and it is such a sad event to see something like this. But just know that a lot of people are out praying for you guys and hoping for you guys to have um, get back to a situation where everything's going to be at least a sense of normalcy. Liam says we had three tornado warnings, and I live and some storm damage. I'm glad that you guys were okay, that your family was fine. It's I'm sorry to hear that you guys had some storm damage there. Um, it's that's the worst part of severe weather is when people get impacted. Like if you got a tornado in an open field that nobody is in, it's cool, it's awesome, but once it starts damaging lives, damaging people's property or their lives, that's when it starts to remind you that Mother Nature is really the most powerful thing, and we as humans really can't do much about it except proper precautions. Getting in your lowest basement level. And I really hate to say it, but I have a really bad gut feeling that there may be people who have lost their lives from these tornadoes because I've looked at some of these damage photos, and if you have bad storm anxiety, I wouldn't recommend looking at them because they're really sad and they're kind of heavy because you can just tell the type of complete destruction that the Lake City tornado in specific, that's one you're probably going to see a ton of headlines about, is that Lake City tornado um, in Arkansas. It is so sad. You can see some trees have had like all their branches ripped off, and if you see the tornado, there's some discussions that was likely at least a EF4. It potentially could have been an EF5 tornado, and it could have ended the 12-year drought that we were currently in. And obviously, that's not a good thing. We don't want these huge tornadoes to go over and decimate people's houses. It was it's too early to tell exactly how strong this tornado was. But unfortunately, all we know right now is that a lot of people were impacted by these terrible, terrible storms, and it's unfortunate that the next couple days are going to continue to be having these severe weather threats. There's going to be people that have been in these same areas that are going to be hit again and again and again, and it's terrible. It is really terrible. Like these people can't catch breaks, and I've even seen there's a lot of flood warnings because of how much precipitation has been falling, and it's just so sad because these storms, like I said, these are going to put people in some of the worst positions they've ever been in. You you just wake up, or not even wake up. You get outside and see everything. Your whole family house, the house that you've grown up, is gone. It's just decimated. Um, yeah, I genuinely do pray for everybody that was affected by all these terrible storms today. Um, and I hope that everybody could have gotten in a position where they were in a safe spot. And I hope that there's nobody who lost their lives in this event. And I just pray for everybody who had to be in the line for these storms today. But with that being said, and if you guys are in the position where you want to donate, I know a couple organizations that are good with that, like the Ryan Hall Y'all. He has a foundation called the Y'all Squad. You could definitely donate some money towards that, and I believe he probably will be giving a visit to Lake City, Arkansas, and giving some people money to help get their lives back together. Um, so if possible, if you're in a good financial situation and it's not going to be too much of a problem for you, I would recommend, obviously, if you're willing to donate to the Y'all Squad for Ryan Hall Y'all, and just see if you can help others because, like I said, people are gonna be in really, unfortunately, bad situations. So, but if anybody's got anything in the chat, feel free to shoot it. I'll respond to pretty much anything, everything I know. But like I said too, if you're in these severe weather areas, um, still do not get out of your safe space because I believe that high risk is still in effect. Still have multiple tornado warnings. Some of these will be going through the night as nocturnal tornado threats. So you definitely, if you're in these areas, you have to make sure, 100% sure, you're not still in line for strong tornadoes because if you're not prepared, a lot of bad things can happen. So the best thing you can do is at least stay up a little bit until these storms pass you or have no chance of hitting you if you're in these areas. And once again, I just pray for everybody that was impacted by all this severe weather today. But thanks for everybody who showed up in the chats, liked, commented, subscribed, sat through it, anything like that. I really appreciate you guys. Obviously, um, I will probably make more live updates tomorrow, and mobile for the next couple days because it's looking like we could even have another tornado outbreak tomorrow, which is it's really terrible because it's a lot of the same areas. One city in particular, Memphis, Tennessee, is also in that 10% hatch risk for tomorrow, and I just wish that these people could get a break, but it's just the storm system is here and it's going to continue just to get in that southeast United States, kind of in that general area, and it's not like it's going to stop anytime soon, at least in the next couple days. Those areas are going to be hammered down by these severe weather events, and it has been extremely active severe weather season in the last couple weeks. Um, and I don't know if there's an end in the near future, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thank you guys for all tuning into my weather forecast for today. I really appreciate you guys. With that being said, like I said, I'll be live again tomorrow. But other than that, I don't got anything else for you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Once again, praying for everybody who was affected by these terrible terrible weather events.